garden update for June of 2025. We'll do a quick walk through the front of the garden and then take a look at my plot. We got the gentleman who has some smaller raised beds that were first put in for the ADA. Then we have this little raised bed that I think is just an overall community garden. We've had mint in here. They tried to have me clear it out. I'm not sure if it's coming back up, but they've planted a couple things in here. We got some half plots and full plots back there. And then now you're getting a view of the whole garden as I make way over to where my two raised beds are. Some people gardening in their half plots. And we've come out and make a day of it. And some more half plots and full plots. You can see people have all sorts of different gardening methods. Nice half plot here, lots of things coming up. More full plots and half plots back that way. And now we're approaching the raised beds gardens, which is where I garden, as well as others. Some people have single raised beds. I'm one of the few, I may be the only one, who actually has two raised beds with a connecting trellis. We're approaching it now. In between the two raised beds, I have some bags of dried leaves I've saved from last year. Here in front, I have my 3 elephant garlic plants that I cut off the scapes. Then I have some garlic. And in between the garlic, I have some tomato plants. I got my ferning asparagus, more garlic, and tomatoes. You can see some scapes forming on the garlic. I'm going to have to check them out and see if they're ready to come off yet. Inside the garden, you can see just the top of one of my oyas. This is where I water my garden from, if you could see it. There we go. Maybe more tomatoes and garlic. Looks like I have a couple of flowers here I need to give a little shake to, make sure they get pollinated. More tomatoes, more fruiting asparagus, more tomatoes with flowers forming. Yay! Might be a little early this year, but yay! You can just barely see. Down in there is the other Oya for this raised bed. Here's another scape developing, a couple more. And then we have the other raised bed on this side. Those are my bags of dried leaves. On this side, where the ferns aren't quite so high, you can see I have basil, companion planting with my tomatoes. I got onions and leek planted among the tomatoes. There's another Oya. This is the other asparagus crown that I have that's ferning. I transplanted them in last year from an abandoned plot. So this is actually year 1, and I shouldn't be harvesting it until year 3. So I got a couple more years to go. Some more tomatoes. A little teeny tiny Thai basil plant there and there. This is my purple collard tree. It's a perennial that I cut way back. And I probably won't be harvesting much this year from it. But gonna let it grow, and I'll be harvesting again next year. Some more basil and tomato. And this is my first year artichoke plant. I've already harvested my central artichoke. I have some offshoot babies that are developing. You can see, here's my thumb. You can see how teeny tiny they are. This offshoot's coming along pretty nice. Still very small, but coming along nice. And some more tomatoes with flowers. Oh, I'm so happy flowers are developing. Maybe I'll get earlier fruit this year than last year. One of my other oyas. Some more onions or leeks. And the asparagus ferning on this side. Smaller, some of it must have been a smaller crown. I don't get as many on this side, but that's okay. Tomatoes, tomatoes. And we're back to the beginning. Oh, I also have some, I think it's called calendula, something like that, that I got at a swap trying to companion plant. Not all of them took. I have some in between each of the 4 rows of tomatoes in each bed, but it looks like only these 2 have taken. And then again, back to the other bed. I have a calendula down there, but it's hard to see. Oh, there's one there that might be taking. And then let's see. Don't think over here any of them took, but let's take a quick look. Let's see. Well, maybe something, but I don't see any way back there. So that is my raised bed at this point in June. I'll be checking out those scapes and probably harvesting them soon. And everything else will keep going at their own time. Back that way, there's this full plot garden next to the raised bed gardens, and right across that little path is section G, and that is the section of gardeners that I am the mentor for. Considering it's only my 4th year and I'm in raised beds and it's all hit or miss. Not the greatest mentor, but they seem happy with me. So that's how I do my community service hours for the garden. And it just keeps going back and back and back. It's a really nice place. Maybe one day y'all will check it out.